Ladies and gentlemen, seekers of wisdom, fellow travelers through the intricate landscapes of the human psyche, I bid you welcome as we gather here in this moment, poised on the threshold of deeper understanding. Let us embark together on an exploration of the soul, a journey guided by the whispers of the unconscious and the profound teachings of the archetypes that dwell within us all. Today, we turn our gaze towards a topic both tender and tumultuous, a force as ancient as time itself, love. Yet, we shall examine this formidable energy through a particular lens, one that reveals both its light and its shadow. I speak to you now as we consider the plight and potential of the empathic soul, those individuals who, like finely tuned instruments, resonate with the emotional currents of the world around them. It is to the empath that I offer this counsel. Love does not necessitate self-extinction. In the realms of psychology and mysticism alike, love is often portrayed as a guiding star, a beacon leading us towards unity and enlightenment. Yet, it is vital that we recognize the duality inherent in love's nature. Love can indeed illuminate our path, but when misunderstood or misapplied, it can also cast us into the depths of self-neglect and disillusion. Therefore, we must approach this force with a consciousness that honors the self as much as it does the other. To engage with this subject, we must first delve into the nature of empathy itself, for it is empathy that forms the foundation of our discussion. Empathy is the capacity to feel the emotions of others as if they were our own, a gift that allows for profound connection and understanding. Yet, for the empath, this gift can become a burden, a weight that saps their energy and blurs the boundaries between self and other. It is here that the danger of self-extinction arises, as the empath may become so enmeshed in the emotions of others that they lose sight of their own essence. This phenomenon can be understood through the lens of the archetypes, those symbolic patterns that reside within the collective unconscious. Consider the archetype of the martyr, a figure who sacrifices their own well-being for the sake of others. While such selflessness is often revered, it can lead the empath down a treacherous path, one where their own needs are neglected in favor of those around them. The empath must learn to balance the compassion of the martyr with the autonomy of the warrior who honors their own boundaries and preserves their strength in dreams. The unconscious often reveals to us the conflicts and potentials of our inner world. An empath might dream of being submerged in water, a symbol of the overwhelming emotions that threaten to engulf them. Alternatively, they may dream of a mirror, reflecting back an image that is not their own, indicating a loss of self-identity. These symbols are invitations from the unconscious to reclaim one's essence, to establish a firm boundary between self and other without denying the empathic connection that is so integral to their nature. To truly love, one must first understand the nature of the self. Love is not a denial of individuality, but a celebration of it. It is through embracing our own identity, our own desires and needs, that we can engage authentically with others. The empath must learn to listen to their inner voice to heed the guidance of their personal unconscious as it whispers the truths of their own soul. This is not a call to selfishness, but to self-awareness, a recognition that one cannot pour from an empty cup. The journey of the empath is one of continual balance, a dance between connection and autonomy. It is a recognition that true love is not a merging into a single being, but a harmonious interplay between two distinct individuals. In this dance, the empath must learn to wield the sword of discernment, to know when to step forward and when to step back, when to give and when to receive. This discernment is not innate but cultivated through introspection, through a willingness to explore the depths of one's own psyche. In the practice of active imagination, the empath can engage directly with the symbols and archetypes that populate their inner world. Through dialogue with these figures, they can gain insight into the patterns that govern their interactions with others. Perhaps they encounter the wise old man, offering guidance on how to maintain boundaries, or the nurturing mother, reminding them to care for themselves as they would for a beloved child. These inner dialogues are not mere flights of fancy, but profound conversations with the soul, opportunities for growth and transformation. As we navigate this terrain, let us consider the role of the shadow, that aspect of the psyche that contains the repressed and disowned parts of the self. For the empath, the shadow may hold the anger and resentment that arise when their own needs are consistently sacrificed for the sake of others. It is essential to bring these shadow elements into the light of consciousness, to acknowledge and integrate them rather than allowing them to fester in the dark recesses of the mind. Through shadow work, the empath can reclaim their power, transforming these hidden forces into allies rather than adversaries. In this endeavor, the empath must also confront the fear of rejection and abandonment, those deep-seated anxieties that often drive them to overextend themselves in relationships. It is the fear that if they do not give endlessly, they will not be loved. Yet, true love is not contingent upon self-sacrifice. It is a mutual exchange, a partnership built on respect and understanding. By confronting these fears, the empath can cultivate a sense of self-worth that is independent of external validation. Ultimately, the path of the empath is a path of individuation, the process of becoming who one truly is. It is a journey towards wholeness, where the conscious and unconscious aspects of the self are integrated into a cohesive identity. This journey requires courage and perseverance, for it is not easy to confront the depths of one's own psyche. Yet, it is a journey that is richly rewarding, offering the promise of authentic connection and a life lived in alignment with one's true nature. As we draw this section of our exploration to a close, I invite you to reflect on the insights and symbols that have emerged. Consider how they resonate with your own experiences and how they might inform your journey forward. Remember that the unconscious is a wellspring of wisdom, a source of guidance that is always available to those who seek it. Embrace the symbols and dreams that arise, for they are the language of the soul, speaking to you in ways that words alone cannot convey. Let them guide you towards a deeper understanding of love and self, and may they illuminate your path as you continue on your journey of discovery. As we continue our journey through the intricate tapestry of empathy and love, let us delve deeper into the mysteries of the self and the other. In the realm of psychological exploration, we are reminded of the profound interplay between these two entities. The empath, in particular, stands at the crossroads of this interplay, where the self and other meet, merge, and sometimes conflict. It is within this crucible that the alchemical transformation of consciousness takes place. The empath's ability to sense and absorb the emotions of others is both a gift and a challenge. This sensitivity can lead to profound connections, allowing empaths to serve as healers and guides for those around them. Yet, without proper boundaries, this same sensitivity can become a source of personal turmoil. The empath must learn to navigate the delicate balance between empathy and self-preservation, to engage with the emotional world of others without losing themselves in the process. To understand this balance, we must explore the concept of psychological boundaries. Boundaries are the invisible lines that delineate the self from the other, enabling us to maintain our individuality while engaging in relationships. For the empath, these boundaries can often become blurred, leading to a sense of enmeshment and confusion. It is crucial for empaths to cultivate strong, flexible boundaries that allow them to connect with others while preserving their own sense of self. In the language of symbolism, boundaries can be represented by the image of a circle, a sacred space that protects and defines. Within this circle, the empath can find refuge and strength, a place where they can replenish their energy and reconnect with their inner being. The creation and maintenance of this sacred space is an act of self-love, a recognition that one's own needs and emotions are as important as those of others. The process of establishing boundaries is not a rejection of others, but a necessary step towards healthy relationships. It is an acknowledgement of the dual nature of love, which requires both giving and receiving. The empath must learn to say no when necessary, to assert their own needs and desires without guilt or fear. This is not an act of selfishness, but an affirmation of self-worth, a declaration that one's own well-being is paramount. As we contemplate the empath's journey, we must also consider the role of intuition. Intuition is the inner compass that guides the empath through the complexities of emotional landscapes. It is the voice of the unconscious, whispering truths that the conscious mind may not yet perceive. For the empath, intuition is a vital tool, one that can help them discern the emotional energies they encounter and make choices that align with their authentic self. In the realm of dreams, intuition often manifests as symbols and images that hold deep significance. An empath may dream of a path through a dense forest, representing the journey through the subconscious mind. Along this path, they may encounter animals, each embodying different aspects of their intuition. The owl, for example, symbolizes wisdom and insight, while the deer represents gentleness and sensitivity. By engaging with these dream symbols, the empath can gain a deeper understanding of their intuitive gifts and how to apply them in their waking life. To cultivate intuition, the empath must practice mindfulness and presence by attuning to the present moment, they can access the subtle cues and signals that arise from within. This practice requires patience and trust, a willingness to listen to the inner voice, even when it defies logic or reason. In doing so, the empaths can develop a deeper connection with their inner wisdom, allowing them to navigate the complexities of love and relationships with grace and clarity. The journey of the empath is also one of healing, both for themselves and others. As they learn to balance empathy with self-care, they become beacons of light and compassion in a world often overshadowed by suffering. The empath's capacity for deep understanding and acceptance creates a space for healing to occur, both within themselves and in those they encounter. This healing is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process, a continual unfolding of the self towards wholeness. In the quest for healing, the empath may turn to various practices that support their well-being. These practices might include meditation, journaling, or creative expression, each offering a unique avenue for exploration and growth. Through these practices, the empath can release the emotional burdens they have absorbed and reconnect with their inherent vitality. It is through this process of release and renewal that the empath can maintain their sense of self while engaging with the world around them. As we gather the threads of our exploration, let us reflect on the nature of love itself. Love, in its truest form, is a force that uplifts and transforms, a dance between two souls that honors both unity and individuality. For the empath, love is not a call to self-extinction, but an invitation to deeper connection with oneself and others. By embracing their empathic nature and setting healthy boundaries, the empath can engage in relationships that are nourishing and fulfilling, rooted in mutual respect and understanding. In this dance of love, the empath must also be willing to embrace vulnerability. Vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength, a testament to one's courage and authenticity. By allowing themselves to be seen as they truly are, empaths invite others to do the same, creating a space for genuine connection and intimacy. It is through this openness that love can flourish, unencumbered by fear or pretense. As we near the close of this section, I invite you to consider the ways in which you can integrate these insights into your own life. Reflect on the boundaries you have set, the ways in which you honor your intuition, and the practices that support your healing journey. Remember that the path of the empath is one of continuous growth and transformation, a journey that requires both courage and compassion. As you continue on this path, may you find peace and fulfillment in the knowledge that love is not a call to lose yourself, but a journey to discover who you truly are. As we proceed further into the depths of our exploration, let us consider the transformative power of love as experienced by the empath. Love, in its essence, is an alchemical force capable of transmuting the ordinary into the extraordinary, the mundane into the sacred. For the empath, this transformation is both a personal and collective journey, one that invites the integration of disparate elements within the psyche and the fostering of unity without. In the intimate dance of love, the empath often finds themselves as both participant and observer, intricately attuned to the subtle energies that flow between themselves and others. This heightened sensitivity allows them to perceive the hidden motives, unspoken fears, and unexpressed desires that underlie human interactions. It is through this perception that the empath can facilitate healing and growth, acting as a conduit for the deeper truths that long to be revealed. However, this gift also poses its own challenges. The empath must navigate the delicate balance between merging with the emotional currents of others and retaining their own sense of identity. Herein lies the necessity for discernment, the ability to differentiate between what belongs to the self and what belongs to the other. This discernment is akin to the philosopher's stone of alchemy, a tool that enables the transformation of base emotions into the gold of wisdom. To cultivate this discernment, the empath may turn to the practice of reflective contemplation. By setting aside time for introspection, they can engage in a dialogue with their inner world, examining the emotions and sensations that arise in their interactions. This process is not merely an intellectual exercise, but an experiential one, requiring the empath to feel deeply into their own being, to trust the wisdom of their body and soul in this contemplative space. The empath may encounter various archetypal figures that illuminate different aspects of their journey. The healer, for instance, may appear as a guide, offering insights into the empath's role as a catalyst for transformation. The lover, with their boundless capacity for connection, may reveal the joys and perils of intimacy. Through these encounters, the empath can gain a greater understanding of their own nature and the ways in which they can engage in relationships that honor both self and other. As the empath deepens their relationship with these archetypal energies, they may also find themselves called to explore the shadow aspects of love. The shadow, as I have previously mentioned, contains those parts of the self that have been repressed or denied. In the context of love, the shadow may manifest as jealousy, possessiveness, or fear of abandonment emotions that can disrupt the harmony of relationships if left unexamined. To engage with the shadow is to embark on a journey of integration, a process that requires courage and honesty. The empath must be willing to confront the darker aspects of their own psyche, to acknowledge the ways in which they have been influenced by past wounds and conditioning. This confrontation is not an act of self-judgment, but one of self-compassion, an opportunity to embrace the entirety of one's being with love and acceptance. In dreams, the shadow often appears as a menacing figure or a chaotic scene, reflecting the turmoil that lies beneath the surface of consciousness. For the empath, such dreams may serve as powerful catalysts for transformation, urging them to bring these hidden elements into the light of awareness. By engaging with these dreams through active imagination or journaling, the empath can begin to unravel the knots of fear and resistance that have kept them from fully experiencing the joys of love. As the empath integrates these shadow elements, they may discover a newfound sense of freedom and empowerment, no longer burdened by the fears of the past. They are able to approach relationships with openness and authenticity, allowing the full spectrum of human experience to unfold This liberation is not merely personal, but collective. For as the empath heals, they contribute to the healing of the larger web of life. In this interconnected web, the empath plays a vital role as a bridge between the individual and the collective unconscious. Through their sensitivity and insight, they can help to illuminate the shared patterns and archetypes that shape our collective experience. By bringing these patterns into consciousness, the empath can aid in the evolution of human consciousness, fostering a greater sense of unity and interconnectedness among all beings. The empath's journey is thus one of profound significance both for themselves and for the world. It is a journey that requires continual self-reflection, a willingness to embrace the complexities of love, and the courage to stand in one's own truth. As the empath learns to navigate the delicate balance between self and other, they become a beacon of light and compassion, a testament to the transformative power of love. As we conclude this section of our exploration, I invite you to reflect on the ways in which you can embody these insights in your own life. Consider the relationships that hold significance for you and the ways in which you can engage with them from a place of authenticity and integrity. Remember that love is not a static state, but a dynamic process, one that invites continual growth and transformation. May you find inspiration in the journey of the empath, and may it guide you towards a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. As we continue our exploration of the empath's journey, let us turn our attention to the concept of self-awareness and its profound impact on the experience of love. Self-awareness is the cornerstone upon which the empath builds their understanding of both themselves and their relationships. It is the mirror through which they perceive their own soul, an essential tool for navigating the complex interplay of emotions that characterizes their interactions with others. For the empath, self-awareness is akin to a lighthouse, guiding them through the turbulent seas of emotional exchange. It allows them to recognize the nuances of their own feelings and differentiate them from the emotions they absorb from others. This differentiation is crucial, for without it, the empath risks becoming overwhelmed by the emotional currents they encounter, losing sight of their own identity amidst the waves of collective sentiment. To cultivate self-awareness, the empath must engage in practices that foster introspection and mindfulness. Meditation serves as a powerful ally in this endeavor, offering a space of stillness and clarity amidst the chaos of daily life. Through meditation, the empath can quiet the mind and listen to the whispers of the soul, gaining insights into their own emotional landscape and the patterns that govern their interactions. In the practice of mindfulness, the empath learns to remain present with their experiences, observing their thoughts and emotions without judgment. This practice cultivates an attitude of curiosity and openness, allowing the empath to explore their inner world with compassion and understanding. By becoming attuned to the ebb and flow of their emotional states, the empath can develop a deeper connection with their true self, a connection that serves as a foundation for authentic relationships. In the realm of dreams, self-awareness often manifests as symbols of illumination and clarity. An empath may dream of a brightly lit path or a clear mirror reflecting their own image back to them. These symbols serve as reminders of the importance of self-reflection and the need to seek clarity in their emotional experiences. By engaging with these dream symbols, the empath can gain valuable insights into their own psyche and the ways in which they can navigate the complexities of love. As the empath deepens their self-awareness, they may begin to uncover the layers of conditioning and belief systems that have shaped their understanding of love. These beliefs, often inherited from family, culture, or society, can impose limitations on the empath's ability to engage with love in a healthy and fulfilling way. It is essential for the empath to examine these beliefs with a discerning eye, questioning those that no longer serve their growth and well-being. This process of examination and release is akin to the shedding of old skin, a necessary step in the empath's journey towards wholeness. By letting go of outdated beliefs and patterns, the empath creates space for new possibilities and perspectives to emerge. This openness invites a more expansive experience of love, one that honors both the self and the other in equal measure. In this journey of self-discovery, the empath may encounter the archetype of the seeker, a figure who embodies the quest for truth and understanding. The seeker is a symbol of the empath's innate curiosity and desire for growth, a reminder that the path of love is one of continual exploration and evolution. By embracing the energy of the seeker, the empath can approach their relationships with a sense of wonder and possibility, open to the lessons and gifts that each encounter brings. As the empath embraces self-awareness and the energy of the seeker, they become more adept at navigating the emotional landscapes they encounter. They learn to recognize the difference between empathy and sympathy, understanding that true empathy involves being present with another's experience without becoming entangled in it. This understanding allows the empath to offer support and compassion without compromising their own well-being. In their interactions with others, the empath learns to listen deeply, not only to the words spoken, but to the emotions and intentions that lie beneath. This deep listening creates a space of acceptance and understanding where others feel seen and heard at a profound level. In this space, healing and transformation can occur, both for the empath and those they engage with. The empath's journey is not one of isolation, but of interconnectedness. As they deepen their self-awareness and understanding of love, they come to see themselves as part of a larger tapestry of existence, woven together by the threads of shared experience and collective consciousness. This realization invites the empath to engage with the world from a place of unity and compassion, recognizing the inherent interconnectedness of all beings. As we draw this section of our exploration to a close, I invite you to consider the ways in which you can cultivate self-awareness in your own life. Reflect on the beliefs and patterns that shape your understanding of love and consider how they align with your true self. Embrace the energy of the seeker and approach your relationships with curiosity and openness. Remember that the journey of the empath is one of continual growth and transformation, a journey that invites you to discover the depths of your own soul and the boundless possibilities of love. May you find inspiration and guidance in this journey, and may it lead you towards a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. As we continue to traverse the intricate pathways of the empath's journey, Let us now turn our focus to the vital role of integration and wholeness in the empath's experience of love and self-awareness. Integration, as a psychological and spiritual concept, involves the harmonious blending of the conscious and unconscious aspects of the psyche, leading to a more cohesive and authentic sense of self for the empath. This process is both a challenge and a necessity, as it allows them to navigate the depths of emotional connection without losing their own identity. The empath's path towards integration begins with the acknowledgement of their inherent duality, the interplay between their sensitivity to external emotional stimuli and their own inner emotional landscape. This duality can be likened to the symbol of the yin and yang, where opposing forces coexist in a dynamic balance, each containing an element of the other. The empath must learn to embrace this duality, recognizing that their sensitivity is both a source of strength and a potential vulnerability in the pursuit of wholeness. The empath is called to engage in the process of shadow work, which involves bringing the repressed and disowned parts of the self into conscious awareness. The shadow, as I have previously described, contains those aspects of the psyche that we have been conditioned to reject or deny. For the empath, this may include emotions such as anger, fear, or resentment feelings that may have been suppressed in the pursuit of harmony and connection with others. By courageously exploring the shadow, the empath can begin to integrate these disowned parts, transforming them from sources of inner conflict into allies on their journey towards wholeness. This integration requires patience and self-compassion. As the empath learns to accept the full spectrum of their emotions without judgment, it is through this acceptance that healing and transformation can occur, allowing the empath to engage with love from a place of authenticity and inner strength. In dreams, the process of integration often manifests as symbols of union and reconciliation. An empath may dream of a bridge connecting two disparate lands or a river merging into the ocean, representing the coming together of conscious and unconscious elements. These symbols serve as powerful reminders of the empath's journey towards unity and wholeness, inviting them to embrace the totality of their being. As the empath moves towards integration, they may also encounter the archetype of the healer within themselves. This archetype embodies the capacity for self-healing and the ability to facilitate healing in others. By embracing the healer within, the empath can access their innate gifts of compassion and empathy, using them to support both their own well-being and the well-being of those around them. The role of the healer is not limited to the alleviation of physical or emotional pain, but extends to the fostering of growth and transformation. The empath, as a healer, creates a space of safety and acceptance where others can explore their own depths and uncover their potential for change. In this role, the empath must remain grounded in their own sense of self, ensuring that their boundaries are respected and their energy is replenished. To support their journey towards integration, the empath may engage in creative expression, a practice that allows for the exploration and articulation of the inner world through activities such as writing, painting, or music. The empath can give voice to their emotions and experiences, translating the intangible into tangible form. This creative process serves as a bridge between the conscious and unconscious, facilitating the integration of disparate aspects of the self. As the empath embraces their creative potential, they may find inspiration in the archetype of the artist, a figure who embodies the power of imagination and innovation. The artist within the empath is a reminder of the limitless possibilities that lie within, urging them to explore and express the depths of their soul. By engaging with this archetypal energy, the empath can cultivate a deeper connection with their true self, allowing their unique gifts to shine forth. The journey towards integration and wholeness is not a linear path, but a spiral, with each turn offering new insights and opportunities for growth. The empath must remain open to the lessons that arise along the way, trusting in the wisdom of their own inner guidance. This journey requires resilience and perseverance. As the empath learns to navigate the complexities of love and self-awareness with grace and courage, as we draw this exploration to a close, I invite you to reflect on the ways in which you can embrace integration and wholeness in your own life. Consider the aspects of yourself that you have yet to fully accept and the steps you can take to bring them into the light of awareness. Engage with your creative potential and allow it to guide you towards a deeper understanding of your own psyche. Remember that the journey of the empath is one of continual unfolding, a dance between the known and the unknown, the self and the other. May you find inspiration and guidance in this journey, and may it lead you towards a deeper sense of connection and fulfillment in your experience of love and self-awareness. As we delve further into the intricate journey of the empath, let us now explore the profound interplay between vulnerability and resilience, two seemingly opposing forces that, when harmonized, contribute to the empath's growth and capacity for love. Vulnerability, often perceived as a weakness, is in fact a gateway to deeper connection and authenticity. For the empath, embracing vulnerability is an essential step in their journey towards self-discovery and relational fulfillment. In the realm of psychological exploration, vulnerability is the openness to uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure. It involves the courage to reveal one's true self, to stand unguarded in the presence of another. For the empath, this openness is both a natural disposition and a conscious choice. A willingness to engage with the world from a place of authenticity and trust. It is through vulnerability that the empath can forge genuine connections, inviting others to do the same. Yet, the empath must also cultivate resilience, the inner strength and adaptability that allow them to navigate the challenges and setbacks of life. Resilience is not the absence of vulnerability, but its complement, providing the stability and fortitude needed to withstand the storms of emotional exchange. For the empath, resilience involves the ability to recover from emotional overwhelm, to maintain a sense of equilibrium amidst the flux of external energies. In the dance between vulnerability and resilience, the empath learns to balance openness with self-protection, to engage with others without losing themselves. In the process, this balance is akin to walking a tightrope, requiring both sensitivity and strength, fluidity and stability. It is a dynamic equilibrium, one that evolves with the empath's growing self-awareness and understanding of their own needs and boundaries. In dreams, the interplay between vulnerability and resilience may manifest as symbols of balance and harmony. An empath might dream of a tree bending gracefully in the wind, its roots firmly anchored in the earth. This image serves as a metaphor for the empath's journey, a reminder that true strength lies in flexibility and adaptability, in the ability to remain grounded while embracing the winds of change. To cultivate resilience, the empath must develop practices that support their emotional and energetic well-being. This may include grounding exercises, which help to anchor their energy and maintain a sense of stability. By connecting with the earth, the empath can release excess emotional energy and replenish their own reserves, ensuring that they remain centered and balanced. The empath may also find support in the archetype of the warrior, a figure who embodies courage, determination, and the ability to overcome adversity. The warrior within the empath is not one of aggression or conflict, but of inner strength and resilience. By embracing this archetypal energy, the empath can draw upon their own inner resources. Cultivating the fortitude needed to navigate the complexities of love and relationships, as the empath deepens their understanding of vulnerability and resilience, they may also encounter the concept of emotional alchemy, the transformation of emotional pain into wisdom and compassion. Emotional alchemy is a process of transmutation, where the empath learns to extract the gold of insight from the base metals of suffering. This transformation is not an erasure of pain, but a recontextualization, an acknowledgement of the lessons and growth that emerge from challenging experiences. In this process of emotional alchemy, the empath may turn to the practice of reflection and introspection, examining the emotions and experiences that have shaped their journey. Through journaling or dialogue with trusted companions, the empath can gain clarity and perspective, allowing them to integrate these experiences into their evolving sense of self. This integration is a form of healing, a way of honoring the past while embracing the possibilities of the future. The empath's journey towards vulnerability and resilience is one of continual growth and transformation. It requires a willingness to embrace uncertainty and change, to remain open to the lessons that each experience brings. As the empath navigates this path, they become more adept at discerning the balance between giving and receiving, between openness and protection. They learn to engage with love from a place of authenticity and strength, allowing their relationships to flourish in a space of mutual respect and understanding. As we conclude this section of our exploration, I invite you to reflect on the ways in which you can embrace vulnerability and resilience in your own life. Consider the areas where you may be holding back out of fear or self-protection, and explore how you might open yourself to greater connection and authenticity. Cultivate practices that support your emotional well-being and resilience. And remember that true strength lies in the ability to adapt and grow. May you find inspiration and guidance in the journey of the empath, and may it lead you towards a deeper understanding of yourself and the boundless possibilities of love. As we continue to explore the rich tapestry of the empath's journey, let us delve into the profound realm of intuition and its guiding role in the empath's experience of love and connection. Intuition, often described as a deep knowing or inner voice, serves as the empath's compass, navigating the complexities of emotional landscapes and guiding them towards greater understanding and fulfillment. For the empath, intuition is not merely an abstract concept, but a tangible sensation, an embodied awareness that transcends the limitations of logic and reason. It is the whisper of the soul, offering insights and guidance that the conscious mind may not yet comprehend. In the empath's journey towards love and self-awareness, intuition is an invaluable ally, a source of clarity and direction amidst the uncertainties of human interaction. To cultivate intuition, the empath must first attune to the subtle signals of their inner world. This requires a practice of listening, an attentive presence to the whispers of the heart and the stirrings of the soul. By creating space for stillness and reflection, the empath can become more receptive to their intuitive insights, allowing them to emerge from the depths of the unconscious into conscious awareness. In the realm of dreams, intuition often appears as symbols of guidance and illumination. An empath might dream of a guiding star or a wise figure offering counsel, representing the inner wisdom that seeks to illuminate their path. These symbols serve as reminders of the empath's innate capacity for insight and discernment, inviting them to trust in their own knowing. The empath's intuition is closely linked to their emotional sensitivity, forming a bridge between the inner and outer worlds. This sensitivity allows the empath to perceive the energetic nuances of their environment, attuning to the unspoken emotions and intentions of others. Through this attunement, the empath can navigate their relationships with greater empathy and understanding, responding to the needs of others with compassion and care. However, the empath must also learn to discern between intuition and emotional projection, recognizing the difference between genuine insight and the influence of their own fears or desires. This discernment is a skill that develops over time, requiring the empath to cultivate a deep sense of self-awareness and reflection. By engaging in practices such as meditation and journaling, the empath can gain clarity and perspective, honing their ability to distinguish between intuition and projection in their relationships. The empath's intuition can serve as a powerful tool for fostering connection and harmony. By listening deeply to their own inner guidance, the empath can respond to the emotional needs of others with authenticity and presence, creating a space of mutual understanding and support. This intuitive engagement is not a one-sided act, but a reciprocal exchange, where both the empath and their partner are invited to explore the depths of their own emotions and experiences. As the empath deepens their relationship with intuition, they may also encounter the archetype of the sage, a symbol of wisdom and insight. The sage embodies the qualities of discernment and clarity, offering guidance and perspective on the empath's journey. By embracing this archetypal energy, the empath can access their own inner wisdom, allowing it to inform their choices and actions. The empath's journey with intuition is one of continual exploration and unfolding. It requires a willingness to trust in the unknown, to embrace the mysteries of the unconscious with curiosity and openness. As the empath navigates this path, they become more adept at listening to the subtle cues of their inner world. allowing their intuition to guide them towards greater understanding and fulfillment in their relationships. As we draw this section of our exploration to a close, I invite you to reflect on the ways in which you can cultivate your own intuition and inner guidance. Consider the practices that support your connection to your inner world, and explore how you might integrate these insights into your daily life. Trust in your own knowing, and remember that intuition is not a destination but a journey, a continual unfolding of the self towards greater awareness and understanding. May you find inspiration and guidance in the journey of the empath, and may it lead you towards a deeper connection with yourself and the world around you. As we journey further into the depths of the empathic experience, let us explore the concept of self-compassion and its transformative power in the empath's journey of love and self-discovery. Self-compassion, the practice of extending kindness and understanding to oneself, is a cornerstone of emotional resilience and well-being, particularly for the empath, who often bears the weight of both personal and collective emotions. For the empath, self-compassion begins with a recognition of their own humanity, the acknowledgement that they too are deserving of the same care and consideration they so readily offer to others. This recognition involves confronting the inner critic, that persistent voice of judgment and self-doubt, and replacing it with a voice of gentleness and acceptance. In doing so, the empath creates a space of safety within themselves, a refuge where they can heal and replenish their emotional reserves. The practice of self-compassion requires mindfulness, the ability to observe one's thoughts and emotions with openness and curiosity through mindfulness. The empath can become aware of the patterns of self-criticism that arise in moments of vulnerability or perceived failure. By bringing these patterns into conscious awareness, the empath can begin to challenge and transform them, cultivating a more compassionate and supportive inner dialogue in dreams. Self-compassion may appear as symbols of nurturing and care. An empath might dream of a warm embrace or a gentle stream, representing the soothing and restorative power of self-love. These symbols serve as reminders of the importance of tending to one's own needs and emotions, offering the same kindness to oneself as one would to a dear friend. As the empath cultivates self-compassion, they may also encounter the archetype of the caregiver within themselves. The caregiver is a figure of nurturing and support, embodying the qualities of empathy and compassion. By embracing this archetypal energy, the empath can learn to extend these qualities inward, offering themselves the care and understanding they so freely give to others. The journey of self-compassion is not without its challenges. For the empath, who is often deeply attuned to the suffering of others, it can be difficult to prioritize their own needs and well-being. This challenge requires the empath to confront the beliefs and patterns that have led them to equate self-care with selfishness, and to recognize that true compassion begins with oneself in relationships. The empath's practice of self-compassion can lead to more balanced and fulfilling connections. By honoring their own needs and boundaries, the empath can engage with others from a place of wholeness and authenticity, creating a space for mutual respect and understanding. This balanced approach to relationships allows the empath to offer genuine support and empathy without depleting their own resources. As the empath deepens their practice of self-compassion, they may also discover a greater sense of inner peace and contentment. This inner peace is not dependent on external circumstances, but arises from the empath's acceptance and embrace of their own humanity. It is a state of being that allows the empath to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and equanimity, trusting in their own resilience and capacity for growth. The journey of self-compassion is an ongoing process, one that requires patience and perseverance. As the empath continues to cultivate this practice, they may find that their capacity for love and compassion expands both for themselves and for others. This expansion is a testament to the transformative power of self-compassion, a reminder that by tending to their own inner world, the empath can create a ripple effect of healing and connection in the world around them. As we conclude this section of our exploration, I invite you to reflect on the ways in which you can cultivate self-compassion in your own life. Consider the practices that support your well-being and explore how you might integrate these insights into your daily experience. Embrace the caregiver within and offer yourself the same kindness and understanding you extend to others. Remember that self-compassion is not a destination but a journey, a continual unfolding of the self towards greater love and acceptance. May you find inspiration and guidance in the journey of the empath, and may it lead you towards a deeper connection with yourself and the world around you. As we continue our exploration of the empath's journey, let us delve into the realm of creativity and its role in the empath's expression of love and self-awareness. Creativity, as a fundamental aspect of the human experience, offers the empath a unique avenue for exploration and healing. It is through the creative process that the empath can articulate the depths of their emotions, transforming the intangible into tangible form. For the empath, creativity serves as a bridge between the conscious and unconscious mind, allowing them to access the rich tapestry of symbols and archetypes that reside within. This access is not merely an artistic endeavor, but a journey of self-discovery, where the empath can explore the hidden realms of their psyche and bring forth insights and truths that might otherwise remain concealed. The creative process invites the empath to engage with their imagination, to wander through the landscapes of their inner world with curiosity and wonder. In this space of exploration, the empath can encounter the archetype of the artist, a figure who embodies the spirit of innovation and expression. The artist within the empath serves as a guide, encouraging them to embrace their unique perspective and share it with the world. In dreams, the creative impulse often appears as symbols of transformation and innovation. An empath might dream of a blank canvas or a musical instrument, inviting them to express their inner world in new and dynamic ways. These symbols serve as reminders of the empath's innate capacity for creativity and the potential for personal and collective transformation that it holds. As the empath engages with their creativity, they may also encounter the archetype of the muse, a figure of inspiration and insight. The muse embodies the qualities of intuition and imagination, offering guidance and encouragement as the empath navigates their creative journey. By embracing this archetypal energy, the empath can tap into a wellspring of inspiration, allowing their creative expression to flow freely and authentically. The practice of creativity is not limited to traditional forms of art, but encompasses a wide range of activities, from writing and painting to gardening and cooking. For the empath, the medium is less important than the act of creation itself, which serves as a vehicle for self-expression and healing. Through the creative process, the empath can release emotional tension, explore new perspectives, and connect with their true self. In relationships, the empath's creativity can serve as a powerful tool for connection and communication. By sharing their creative expression with others, and the empath invites them into their inner world, fostering a sense of intimacy and understanding. This sharing is not an act of performance, but an offering, a gift that invites others to engage with the empath's unique vision and experience. As the empath deepens their relationship with creativity, they may also discover a greater sense of empowerment and agency. This empowerment arises from the recognition that they have the ability to shape their own reality, to transform their inner experiences into something meaningful and tangible. It is a reminder that the empath is not a passive recipient of the world around them, but an active participant in the creation of their own life. The journey of creativity is one of continual exploration and evolution. It requires a willingness to take risks, to embrace the unknown, and to trust in the process of creation. As the empath navigates this path, they become more adept at expressing their innermost thoughts and emotions, allowing their creativity to serve as a conduit for healing and transformation. As we draw this section of our exploration to a close, I invite you to reflect on the ways in which you can engage with your own creativity. Consider the activities that inspire and fulfill you, and explore how you might incorporate them into your daily life. Embrace the artist and muse within, and allow your creative expression to guide you towards greater self-awareness and connection. Remember that creativity is not a destination, but a journey, a continual unfolding of the self towards greater authenticity and fulfillment. May you find inspiration and guidance in the journey of the empath, and may it lead you towards a deeper connection with yourself and the world around you.